Is that us vaccine week? You know, we've all had our COVID jabs.
Yeah. All around my horse. Right. Okay. So, yeah, in answer to your question, Elton, maybe it will be shit.
What,
But I'll
what
find
game-
it.
What's this? What game are we talking about that Elton's got that's really, really happy for you to have, Lee? What game is this?
No, he's not happy for me to have it.
What game? What game?
The teaser trailer for Mass Effect 5 Epsilon
right.
dropped.
Yeah.
Hang on, Darren. He was having a go at Max, and so I just wished that Mass Effect, whatever the fucking number it is a bit shit. Epsilon. I've got a fucking printer called Epsilon.
No, that's an Epson, you illiterate
Oh,
buffoon.
sorry.
And that's why you've got a Mac.
Is this
'Cause you-
Epsilon Eridani?
No, that's the world. That's the star, and it's Iridani. Never mind.
Takes the pedant hat off.
Yeah. Please allow me to. Well, actually, well,
I think you'll find that you have pronounced that word wrong.
well. We've started this kind of conversation, so let's just finish it. Eh? Let's have a middle class hoedown. I'm gonna throw down.
Let's have a tete-a-tete. Definitely.
Queensbury
I
rules.
do
You
believe
say?
I'm correct and you're wrong.
According to the Collins English Dictionary pronunciation page, I think you'll find.
I think you'll find it's pronunciation, not pronunciation.
I think you'll
Well,
find it's
only-
pronounced cunt. Yes. Whoa.
Oh dear, yeah. Well, there you go. There is no I in team, but there is a you and cunt.
Lovely. Super duper.
No. Anything else you wish to suggest before we carry on?
No, henceforth we will do this later, if you don't mind.
I shall wait for you in the parking receptacles of my vehicular unit. I will see you outside Queensbury Rules into car park.
How are you?
Actually, I will see you outside the rotary doors of the library at 12 midnight, if you don't mind.
How are you feeling today, sir? I'm feeling very cunty. Very cunty. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to bring you my strip of linoleum, and I'm going to throw down and show you some of my moves that I shall bust upon your ass.
I do believe, sir, that your actions would not be acceptable at the Derby and Jones Club. I will strike you roughly about the face with this here gauntlet. Take it, you slag!
Jeeves and Worcester go down the Catford Mews to throw down some breaking beats.
You want some, do you? I'm handy. I'm handy.
Careful, someone from Channel 5 might be listening and we get Jeeves and Worcester the reboot.
Jeeves
Starring
and
Dappy
Worcester
from N-Dubs.
and Danny Dyer.
Or Brian Harvey.
Please tell me. Please tell me that Danny Dyer is playing the butler.
Yeah. Go blimey, Jeeves. Go blimey, Mr. Worcester, sir.
Brian Harvey is like Kenny in South Park, and he dies every single episode.
Yeah.
By running himself over.
Yeah, I was going to say he just leaves leaves the old handbrake off.
That reminds
No,
me,
you-
actually.
And all you can hear him rolling down the road is all right, everything's gonna be as he rolls down the hill.
Well, I did hear he had trouble steering left. He can only go, all right, everything's going to be all right.
And scene.
And scene.
Yeah, it's not true that. Well, I did hear a rumor that Brian Harvey was going to do a cover of "Rolling" by fucking
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
rolling. Anyway,
He only got 3 foot into it.
How the fuck do you do that? How do you fucking run yourself over? With the, and it's not deliberate.
Ask Paul Walker.
Oh.
Ask Yelchin.
Anton Yelchin. Oh, God.
Oh, deep cut. Actually, no, just a squeeze.
No, that was roll. Didn't it roll off the jack, that one?
I don't know. I thought he got pinned by it.
Yeah, it fell off the jack, didn't it? It rolled backwards.
Oh, I don't know. This has gone downhill. Very fast.
It's kind of deflated. But I have to, I have to say, it does remind me when I tried to change a tire. I tried to change the tire, and there was too much camber on the parking bay, and I lifted it up, and then as I did that, and I took the wheel off, and I had to pull the wheel a little too hard, and then it fell off the jack, and the whole car went sideways. It took me 2 jacks and my brother sort of lifting the front of the car just so I could just wedge the jack underneath it to get it back off the ground.
God.
Yeah. Anyway, my application for Quick Fit was rejected. Anyway, shall we get this on the road? Shall we start this?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Okay. So I found this great place online to order sausages. I'll send you the links. I'll let that one settle for a while. Carol's actually blaming me for ruining her birthday, which is ridiculous. I didn't even know it was her birthday. Come on, think about it.
I'm still.
What?
No.
And, I've been diagnosed as being scared of lifts. I'm actually taking steps to avoid them. I'll be honest with you.
Come on, will the torture end?
Never. You take your pain, you put up with it, and finally,
You know what? I was listening. I was actually reading, like the actual biography of one of those people that got stuck in Guantanamo Bay, right? And you know, mistakenly, taken for a terrorist. And they said, after they listened to the Black Dog podcast, they know why they kept going into some sort of fit, because it was your voice. They remember your voice playing constantly 24 hours a day, telling them dad jokes all the time.
Black Dog Podcast, your fast main line to PTSD.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wonderful. There are 5 lights.
Guantanamo Radio.
And now on Guantanamo Radio, we're playing you the Black Dog Podcast episode 47. Listeners, Lee tries to change a tire. This is the one where he glues his bum shut and thinks it's hilarious. Did you know, by the way, the Mortal Kombat theme tune was actually a Scandinavian church hymn? Yeah, it's a Finnish hymn, actually.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, okay, that's enough. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Black Dog version 2, episode 151. I'm Lee.
I'm sorry.
I'm not Darren.
I'm confused.
And this week, we'll see how everyone's week's been. But actually, it's been, ironically, a fortnight, even though we released an episode last week. But it's all timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff. And, we'll see how that goes. And then see if anyone actually managed to get through our Event Horizon Captain's Log that was episode 150 to send in any feedback. It was really, wasn't it? I mean, I was listening back to it last week as I was editing a little bit of it, and I just kept getting flashes of Lawrence Fishburne just listening to it and then turning off the console and going, "We're leaving."
I do believe that last week's podcast was actually based on a Rick Astley tune.
Go on,
"Cry for Help." Because that's basically what it was, wasn't it?
It was. It was sponsored by Mad Fish wine, and we
Right,
still
yes,
never.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Oh, we never even got a bloody crate out of that. We should have done.
No, we should have, yes, but we didn't.
Anyway,
Maybe
well,
Uni Ball's going to send us one.
yeah. Behind
Else
behind
he's
his.
aware of it now.
Oh God, yeah, I know. That's just terrifying. Oh God. Maybe we'll be invited onto the film set for the next one.
Or to a boxing match.
Or to a boxing match.
Yeah,
But
I'm doing a film about a boxer, he said. Yeah, come along.
Yeah,
Come along.
it's based on the Simon and Garfunkel song, "The Boxer" by Uwe Boll. I am just a boxer, and the story is seldom told. But anyway, right. Anyway, let's find out how everyone's week's been. And seeing as Elton was the splitter and ran to Norfolk
Split up.
to avoid having to watch.
Ran to Norfolk, yeah, because that's the place I'd run to, isn't it?
Well, if
Yeah.
you saw the thing what we did, I would have fucking run to
I'd
Norfolk.
run anywhere.
I would have been out front cleaning out the sewers rather than watching that pile of shit ever again. So you actually did all right, even if you did go to somewhere that had the most made-up name known to man.
Hey man, we saw things last week. You know, we
Yeah.
saw things.
We suffered.
I heard you seeing the things as well. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yes,
we did done seeing the things. Yes,
Yes.
we did done.
Yes, it was horrible.
I'm glad I didn't see that. Actually, there you go.
No. See, we've shared something now, man. You're on the outside.
You are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We've
We're in
been,
the
we've been,
Metcalf circle of trust.
yeah, we've
That's what
been
it
to,
is.
we've been to Nam. We've seen things, man. You just don't. You never know. You'll never know. You'll never
Yeah.
understand.
I'm just a newbie grunt, aren't I?
You are.
Yeah.
You are. Just
How
with
could-
the
how
words
could you
"Born to
possibly
Kill"
understand?
written on your hat.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm too green.
This is my wine glass. This is my wine. One is for drinking. One
This is
makes
my
me feel
wine glass.
fine.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Private
Anyway.
piles?
No, that was just the way I was sitting. Anyway, go on then, Elton. How was your fortnight in Hillbilly Land?
In fortnight, Jesus. No, we departed on, where was it? Thursday night. I got home from work on Thursday, threw a couple of things in a bag, and we were traveling up to Cromer for a long weekend, and to see Amanda's dad in his new place because we haven't seen it yet, and he's moved up near there. So threw some bits in a bag and jumped in the car.
Yep.
Turned on the ignition.
Mm.
Engine didn't start.
Yikes.
Oh,
Here
It
we
did
go.
that.
Ah.
And I, okay, fine. So you're going to be like that, are you?
Yep.
So what does anyone do when they do that? Oh, they try it again, don't they? So
Well,
they take the key out, they put the key back in, they turn it, and it goes, but a bit slower.
Yes.
The battery is knackered. Thanks for that. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. So
Nice.
I got next door to give us a bump, and once he'd done that, then we jump started the car.
I was going to say.
I just thought I'd get in there before anyone says anything.
Once you'd finished snorting off the coke off the line off the middle of the road. Yeah.
Yep, I was back in the game.
Yeah, I thought I'd have a bump, and once I'd had that, once I got the
Stood there
powder,
in the middle of fucking yelled him.
shit.
Fucking
I only kill what I can eat.
I am the king of the mushroom people. Fucking tie around his head.
Yeah.
2 barbecue utensils, one in each end.
Tongs.
Yep, tongs. Tongs and that very big fork that you
Yeah.
have as well.
That is absolutely no use for anything. Go on in, Elton.
Right. So this place that we were in, it was like an Airbnb. It's the first one I've ever stayed in, and it was very nice actually. It was like a 3-story townhouse,
Nice.
quite quaint, bit small but nice and cozy, but nowhere to park.
Right.
because it is in the middle of the I want to say town. It's even smaller than that. Hamlet, I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's a small little quaint town
Right.
right near the edge of the sea. And you could walk out of the door, walk up to the end of the road, and you were on the beach. It was that close.
Wow. Okay.
But it was really, really nice. A really nice, beautiful beach as well. And there's a nice big pier up there and lots of things to do, like arcades and stuff like that. So, yeah, we had a good time there. But there was nowhere to park.
Right.
So what we had to do, we had to drive down this little alley road where the house was situated. Everyone jump out in almost like military formation, out all the doors and windows, doors opening, cargo being stripped out of the car, straight into the front room, and then all the doors and windows closed, and then I have to drive around for a half hour to try and find a parking space somewhere near where we were living at the time.
Oh.
So
right.
I found a space, which was about a 5-minute walk, which wasn't too bad. And then, because my son was turning up the next day, but they were getting a train to Norwich and then up to us later on. And we thought, okay, fine, we can walk to the Cromer train station and walk all the way back. And then we get a phone call from him saying, yeah, our train has stopped. Right. And we've been told to alight off this train because someone on the train before has jumped in front of it. It's like, so the problem up there, it's kind of the end of the line. So no one's coming in.
So
so no one can
quite
go
literally
out.
for one bloke.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah. I mean, poor choice of words, Elton. Let the geese go cold, for fuck's sake. Jesus, have some sensitivity, man.
Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so they ended up in a place called Dis.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
This place. This
No.
place here.
that place, this place, that place. Yeah,
This place.
we had lots of fun with all that.
Well, actually, they weren't where they should be. They were displaced, weren't they?
Very true, yes.
Very true, yes.
And so I had to drive the car all the way down to Dis to pick them up.
Right.
Jumped in the car, started fine. Brilliant. Drove all the way down there, drove all the way back, parked up the car. Well, drove the car to the front of the house. Doors opened like a military. Everything was removed quickly and bang, doors closed. And then I drive around for a half hour trying to find a space 10 minutes away. So I park up and everything's fine. So we don't use the car for the next day. And on the Sunday, we were due to come back. We were going to go to Amanda's dad's, have a look around the house and then come home. And it was the military thing again. Elton, go get the car and we'll get all the stuff into the car. Go to the car. Vroom. Oh yeah, the battery's fucked, isn't it? Oh shit.
Right.
Have you tried taking the battery out, like giving it a bit of a rub and then put it back
Rub
in? Well, it works with remote controls.
Spin it around a couple of times.
You know, you take the two batteries, you put them in the opposite like things, and then you're away.
Just warm it up. Just rub it between your hands.
Like that. And then
Just roll my car onto the roof, take out the Phillips screwdriver.
yeah, just flick it
undo
over.
that
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, door in the bottom.
Yeah, right next to the sign that usually tells you what it's called, along with the Matchbox logo.
Yeah. Made in Taiwan, written on the bottom there. Embossed in the door.
Anyway, carry on.
Opening may invalidate warranty. Yeah.
And a big lever saying off and on. And okay,
that's
now
it.
to turn
Big-
it on.
Big switch.
Yeah.
Plastic switch.
With a
Yeah.
clunk. Yeah, go clunk.
That's right.
Oh, it's on. Or did you use the bit where you pull out that nylon ripcord out the back and it goes?
As I rolled the
Elton.
car over, I realised that the safety tab of remove before use was still in there. And I was like, oh no.
Can I just ask, right? how far do you have to push your car backwards to get it all the way back to Yeldon? Just to let it go. Is it quite far, and then you just jump in as it's moving forward?
Well, from there, I reckon if I pushed it back around Bishop Stortford, it'll start clicking, and then you're like, okay,
then you
let
jump
it go.
in. Yeah, get in quick, get in.
This is
Amanda, jump in! I can't hold him much longer.
all you can hear is him screaming over the sound of the spring getting tighter and tighter. Ding 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 ding. Quick, grab the gips. No time to throw the luggage in. Just go. Anyway, sorry, go on, carry on.
So, yeah, I turned the car over, checked the battery, it's knackered. And so there I have the choice of, what the fuck, I have to wave someone down, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
And the first person turned up, and it was this little old lady in like a Nissan Micra type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck
they
it,
use
I'll ask
Duracell.
her.
She might have a spare one.
I'll ask her. Let's see. Hi, yes. By the way, I'm not here to rob you. I just need some juice from your battery. Could I link up to your battery? She looked at me. She went, no, I'm late. And the window went straight up and off she went.
You want a goose? You want a goose? No, I want some juice.
Well, you
kind of... Have you got a baby?
You kind of lent with the wrong words that I'm not going to rob you, which is the first thing anyone who's going to rob you is trying to say.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Damn. And then the next person turned up, also another lady with family in tow, and was like,
"Oh God, no!
Any chance of a bump?"
A bump.
And then
out.
I'm going to kill my husband on you.
Can I just ask, Elton, are you still using that ski mask to make your face, keep your face warm when you're out and about? Because that might be it. I think that might be the thing that's actually not tipping things in your favour.
Yeah. Excuse me, can I borrow a bump?
And that support machete that you carry with you, it's just no.
And that bag of swag over the back of my shoulder as well.
While wearing your blue overalls,
Yeah. Your Hamburglar costume.
Anyway,
Titty ha ha written on the. No, it's not.
No.
Anyway,
so she scarpered.
Yeah,
and then
unsurprisingly,
weirdly enough, right, this
Spooky.
guy was coming down the road, and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm getting used to this now, waving people down in the middle of the road and talking to strangers. Mm-hmm. It's total opposite of what I actually like to do. I flipping hate it. And so this bloke came down the road, and I waved, and he like sped up towards me and then stopped.
No.
It kept speeding up. It gave momentum. And every time I moved left or right, the car would slowly swerve, still in my direction.
You sure that wasn't Reverend Org? I mean, he's trying to bump us all off.
What was that Jasper Carrot sketch or that thing where he talks about the insurance claims with Australia? I saw the face of a kindly old man as he bounced off the bonnet of my car.
Yeah. I had to swerve a number of times before I hit him. Anyway, go on, carry on.
This chap came barreling down, stopped in front of me, and I said, look, I need a bump for the car again.
God.
I actually used them words. I need a bump. He went, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no worries. I don't think this man was into the cocaine racket. So, I think we're all right.
You got a cocaine racket? What, an actual racket made of cocaine?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Keep going, man. Keep going. Work through the pain.
Lick the racket. Lick the racket.
We'll get to the end of this story, I promise you.
Oh dear, it's not very entertaining. That's the thing.
No, go on. So you pulled this guy over, asked him for a bump.
Yeah, and so he gave me a jump start, and I went, "Thank you very much.
Then he helped you
I
with the
appreciate. I'm ignoring you guys. I'm just finishing this story now.
Keep going.
So this bloke, he gave me a jump. He crept up my army. Oh.
Go on.
And so he gave me the jump start, and he said to me, he went, I thought you was waving me down for a space. I went, What? What? Are you going now? I said, yes, I've got the jump start. I will be going. Do you want this space? Oh, that'd be great. Right, so you thought I was waving you down for a space? Just a random person thought, oh, there's a gentleman that needs a space. Here, good sir, over here. Here's one. I'm leaving henceforth.
Would you like this space? I've decided you're such a nice chap. I think I'll ask you to come over here.
Yeah.
What?
Weird.
It's a bit like one of those little quests you get in World of Warcraft, isn't it? It's like, if you can provide me with a jump start, you may have this space.
What?
50 XP. Bing.
Nice.
If you give me jumps 3, you may have the space of 1.
Oh, God.
Therefore, I will reward you with the egg whisk of Ruth and Dave.
The fools, they do not know what they possess. Anyway, so you got the car started.
I got the car started. He reversed up a little bit.
Went back into the front of you.
Oh, for fuck's
Fuck!
I believe in you, Elton. You can do this. Go on, get to the end of this story of just charging up your battery. Jesus Christ. Go.
Okay, so I pulled out the space.
Right.
And someone else jumped in it.
What a twat. You didn't have a bloke and just went, oh well, cheers.
After all that was the longest fucking trip we took to a sight gag I've ever seen.
What a git. What a complete utter git.
Nice. Good work.
Oh dear.
Other than that,
Well, yeah, because of that, I had to then drive to the nearest Halfords and get it all sorted. And then we had the rigmarole of them going through batteries and, you want this, don't you? Like, I just want a fucking battery. Well, do you have stop-start function on your car? No, I don't. Okay, so then you don't want this battery?
Want one?
No. Oh, jeez. It just went on and on.
yeah.
But yeah, 150 quid later, then I had a new battery in the car.
How much?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm glad I didn't do it myself because I was going to take my tools with me, buy the battery, and then do it myself.
Right.
Which would have saved me about 30 quid, I'd imagine, from their fitting. But you need a computer to plug in to tell the controller in the car that you've had a new battery fitted.
Right.
Yeah.
Why does the car need to know that you've got a new battery fitted? If
I
it's...
don't know.
What are you doing, Elton? I can't let you do that, Elton.
I don't know, but it did. Or that's what the man said anyway.
Open the bonnet.
Oh, open the bonnet, Elton.
Open the bonnet, Elton.
Why
I'm
won't
afraid
you
I can't
open
do that, Dave. Yeah.
Why won't you open the bonnet? Why aren't you opening the bonnet, Elton? Okay.
So yeah, there we go. Had new battery, and someone nicked a space. That was it.
That's it.
Yeah, that was my week.
Oh, wow.
You're
Wow.
welcome.
I would like to say you probably had more going on in your week, but you just haven't got the energy to get through the continual haranguing for the next 28 minutes.
I honestly need a banana and a Lucas meat.
Do you now?
I was going
Back
to say,
to dogging again, aren't we? Yeah.
you can take the black dog out of the man. Anyway, Yeah.
Can't take the man out. Oh, no, let's not go there.
No,
no.
easy.
Don't Google that. Don't
Steady.
Google. No Googling that. No. Martin, if you
No.
listen,
That to Google.
don't Google that one. Okay, well, let's not have that as a Google thing.
Back
Because
out.
I don't want to see
No.
what the Black Dog Without Context is this week.
No, absolutely not. Thank you very much. That'll do me fine.
Yeah.
That's what she's. No, anyway. Stop it. Right.
Anyway, that is my week. Someone take over, please. I am exhausted.
Okay. Well, Jim, your turn in front of the haranguing hanging. Oh, I don't know. I've already lost the plot. I'm not even drinking wine. I've just literally come straight from fucking work to this nonsense. Anyway, so Jim, how's your week been?
Oh, not too bad. It's kind of I recovered after Alone in the Dark.
Oh God, yes,
That was bad.
That was terrible.
I swear to God. Afterwards, I was trying to watch some telly and realised I was seeing double, which nearly never happens. So I hadn't drank that much, and I purely put it down to that movie being so brain-damagingly bad.
It was pretty fucking awful.
Jesus H. Christ. Yes.
It was like a hallucinogenic drug all on its own.
It
Combined
was.
with a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
That was an interesting combination. I had a bad hangover the next day, and I hadn't even had that much.
Arse launching backflip. There we go.
Yeah. Woo. Oh God, let's just never talk about. Well, we're going to continually talk about that game, but that film, what a pile of shit.
It
Anyway.
certainly was.
It certainly was.
But yes, after that, I've been just living a quiet life and watching some films. Basically, I've not done a right lot else.
A quiet life of contemplation and solitude.
Sort of, yes.
Yes.
For Halloween night, Shudder had a new Hell House LLC movie.
Oh yeah.
They've done 2 already, and that kind of made a nice trilogy. But it was like Hell House Origins. I thought, well, the 4th one, really? But actually, it's kind of a sidestep. It's somewhere entirely different, but there is a connection
Right.
to the first one in particular. And that has some really good, creepy, found footagey sort of stuff going on.
Nice.
Including, whoa, like that, and a few fuck off moments.
Nope.
Yeah, if you don't like
dear.
clowns or mannequins, give this one a pass. Put it that way.
A mannequin clown. Oh.
Oh,
well,
God.
yeah, exactly. As 3 of the bastards in,
Oh, good
and they
Lord.
do not behave.
Oh, good
Oh,
Lord.
oh,
Oh, no.
yeah.
No.
Well, that was pretty good. I mean, I'm quite impressed. The guy who it's the same guy who directs all of them, and he really understands how to do found footage and tell a story with it, and also just creep up and creep you out. You don't need a lot of running around in the dark. You can keep the camera very steady. Just a slow pan and just having something there that shouldn't be there, you can make that terrifying. Good work, sir.
Nice.
But other than that, I watched a new movie which stars Barbara Crampton, and she also produced, and it was very much done as a homage to the late great Stuart Gordon, director of
right.
Reanimator and From
Yep.
Beyond and Dagon. And it's actually was written by Dennis Pauly, who wrote those movies, and it's another Lovecraft adaptation of The Thing on the Doorstep. The movie's called Suitable Flesh, and that is a ton of fun.
Oh my word! I've heard of this.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
one with was it Heather Graham?
Yes.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's it's not very graphic, but it's very naughty, put it that way.
Well,
And there's some really fucked up things in it, but it's just really really well done. Co-starring the lad who's in A Christmas Chronicles, and you'll not hear the line of Pierce always sees it through quite in the same light ever again. If you watch this movie, I warn you now.
okay. Okay.
But that was an awful lot of fun.
Mm.
That was really good. So I've seen quite a lot of good little movies, and we watched one last night, When Evil Lurks, also on Shudder.
Oh yes, and what did you think of that then?
That's really good. Sort of, it's hard to talk about because I knew it was a horror movie from Argentina.
Yep.
And it had a good buzz about it, and that was all I knew. That and the title.
And it's probably best to just.
I think it's best to
that.
keep it that way, because
Yes.
anything I say will ruin how the film unfolds. But it starts, it goes, just look there, that's the deep end. Nudge. And it just keeps nudging you. But it's a really well told story, really interesting, different, looks amazing, great cast. Just has a whole different spin on certain tropes, shall we say.
Yes.
I thought it was really, really interesting and really well thought out. There's films I could compare it to, but I won't, because again, that would give the game away.
Absolutely agree.
Just watch it and just go along for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on Shudder. I'd also recommend the previous film from the makers of that, which is Terrified.
Oh God, that is a that's a roast potato experience.
Oh, that's a bountiful harvest of potatoes, to say the least, in one of those industrial ovens.
I'll be off that week then.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to put that on as soon as we can get hold of it. Definitely.
Yeah, 'cause that's a good night.
Yeah, that's an absolute cracker. Anyway, so When Evil Lurks.
Yes,
Thumbs up.
Recommend all of those. And, that's
Yes.
been about it for me, really.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you said that, because I've seen that, and I didn't know exactly how I was going to approach it. So you've done that job for me. That's handy.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Jim. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll swiftly move on if that's your week, sir.
It is indeed.
Lovely. Okie dokie. And remarkably heckle free, which means we've got to come over to Mr. Barnard now.
Indeed. Mr. Barnard, here I am. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yes, well, this week, we celebrated, me and Ree, 6 years of her putting up with me.
Cool, blimey.
Which was nice. Yeah.
Was it phrased precisely like that, or was it just...
Yeah, well, she says it's an anniversary, but I know I can see the look in her eyes. This is it. This is that's the basics of it.
It's just another coin on the abacus, isn't it?
It is, yes, yeah. That's it. She's like, any day now.
Yeah. Yeah. Once that life insurance matures, mate.
Oh God, yeah, yep, that's right.
Have you got any particularly steep stairs or a loose rug?
No, but I've noticed like things like holiday sort of like brochures laying around, and like sort of like
Club
pictures of
1830
new
for
cars
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Anyway,
There we go.
Yeah.
So, in celebration of this fact, we took ourselves off to Bath.
About fucking
go-
time. You absolutely stink, mate.
yeah.
A bath. Oh, bath.
No, yeah, for a bath.
Oh, right.
Sexy bath. Yeah.
Sexy bath.
Candles,
if you want.
smelling
Go on.
salts.
Oh, we're talking about the bath now. I thought you were. You could wait. Can you go private message, mate? All right, okay. Let's not do this online. Right here.
Yeah. Ree still thinks he's
Exactly.
the only one.
Yep. So just on the QT, Ixnay on the
bath
candles
day.
and oils day. Yep. So. Talking about blokes getting naked. So Bath, the Roman city.
Did you flag someone down for a bump?
You certainly did, yes. Hey, you're looking about cute in those jeans. No, or in that toga.
Have you got a bath bomb?
I'll bomb your bath. No, that does not sound right,
No.
does it? No, it
No.
doesn't. No.
Too far.
Too far.
Wasn't that an
too far.
80s hip hop outfit? Bomb the bath.
Bomb the bath.
Yeah.
It's a mega blast.
Yeah, sponsored by Stella Stairlift. They were quite a mature band. Bomb the Bath, yes. But no, in all serious, a lovely weekend. We went and did the thermal spa experience in the centre of Bath.
Yeah.
which was
Hey, baby. Let's
did
turn the heat up with this one.
Yes.
yeah. No, I didn't have to do a thing. We were sort of they had a I think it was like 3 or 4 floors of different sort of spa bits and bobs in there. Namely, the big attraction being the spa pool on the roof, right?
Right.
Which so we went up there and we're just like, we've got the swimming stuff on underneath, the dressing gowns and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It was a bit chocky round the old Goodwins, you know.
Was it a
I
bit?
didn't even have to go swimming. I've just stood here in the cold.
Was this during Storm Kieran as well?
It felt like
What is
it.
it filling up?
It felt like it.
This
That
bar's
pool's getting.
Why
yeah.
is the water to one side? I don't understand this.
Yeah, this water appears to be taking up sewage. What the hell? Yeah.
But no, honestly, got in. I never felt so fucking relaxed, I think, in all my life.
You
About
should.
10 minutes in this lovely warm pool. I must admit, I thought I'd had a wind problem at one point because bubbles started appearing all over the shop. I did apologise.
That happens. That happens to you at your that age, mate. You start
Indeed.
losing
Indeed.
control.
Yep.
But no,
You get
just
chills. They're electrifying.
they are. Yes.
Are you losing control?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't take a toaster with you when you go in one of these places, especially not one plugged in. You know. But no, just lovely. Just really, honestly, for the sort of shit I've been through in the past month, this was just what I needed.
Darren.
Yep.
Darren.
Yes.
Did you have a little wee?
Surprisingly, not this time.
Did you have a little secret wee in the bar?
No. The bubbles didn't make me feel that funny. at all. No, I didn't. Not this time, as I say. Honestly, the gritty
Did you
texture
sit on
was
one
just
of
the
the
mineral.
jets?
Well, that's another tale. That there, yes, I think I must admit I wasn't ready for that when that happened, because we went into another pool called a Minerva pool. Right now, I thought, well, what the fuck is this? Just another mineral pool? It was very nice. It was very warm. But what it does is it's actually got a current, and I don't mean an electrical one.
Small raisin.
Yeah,
Isn't that just someone from Birmingham doing a manoeuvre?
I think so.
It's a
But,
Muppet. It's a Muppet pool because it goes Minerva the
Do-do-do-do.
Minerva the. Anyway, sorry.
But,
go on.
no,
Carry on.
You can float around the pool without really making any effort. That's it. You just go round in a circle with this, and that's
So
where
you're
I
in a big
encountered-
sink where someone's taken
Yeah.
out the plug.
You could say that, yes. So there you go. But no, very relaxing experience. And I don't know what was in the water, but I think I've lost all my fingerprints because my fingers feel really smooth now. So all you petty crime people out there, just go to Bath and go for a spa treatment, and all your fingerprint worries will be over. So
Right.
so there.
That's a.
So there was that.
Yes.
We did go walking around the actual original Roman baths as well, which seems to have. They must have excavated more of it since I was there last with the school, and a lot more of it. Because I don't remember the exhibit being as big as it fucking was. It's literally like a city now.
What,
itself.
Bath? Yes.
Yeah, no, the actual bath, the actual Roman bath, the
Oh,
original
right.
Roman bath in the centre. It's just got no shit. We were in there for fucking ages,
Right.
absolute fucking ages. But yeah, no, good, very interesting. Let's see, what else we do down there? Oh, and on the day we were leaving, we just had some time to kill before the train, and I found this place And this is I'm stealing myself for this one. I'll tell you what the name was. It was called the Fudge Factory. Right? Okay.
In the Roman baths.
In the Roman baths. Yeah.
Hello.
No, not in the Roman baths. No.
I'm naked. I'm naked in the Roman baths. Would you like to see the Fudge Factory? Oh,
Would
yeah.
you like to see it? Come, experience. Well, the sign on the outside of it
Would you
said,
like a
what was
bath?
Fucking hell.
it? Judge my fudge was the actual
Judge my
sign. Judge my fudge. And
Say that again for the AI.
Judge my fudge.
There you go. I've just
There we
marked
go.
that out. That AI is getting updated. Judge
Now-
my fudge.
I'm standing there. I've got to take a photograph of this. And I'm standing there, and there's a guy with a sign standing behind it, and he spoke to me, and I looked up, and like in Marvel movies when they have the same character from a different part of the multiverse turn up, and it's played by a totally different actor. Well, I think the multiverse actually kind of clashes in Bath, because I'm pretty sure the person I talked to was the multiverse version of Andy Plastides. I'm not joking. He sounded like him, he looked like him, and it's just like, I'm sitting there thinking, that's not Andy, is it? No. I had to keep telling myself that.
Does Andy often ask you to judge his fudge?
Well, this is obviously what he does in this part of the multiverse that he's from. This version of Andy. It
great-
was
The Great
Yeah.
Fudge Shop.
the great fudge shop.
So when he dresses up as Judge Dredd, his badge could read Fudge.
Judge Fudge.
Fudge Dread.
Fudge Dread. Hey!
Fudge Dread, there we go. But he was even dressed like Andy as well. This is he had
In a judge costume.
in a no, not in a judge costume. No, that's only on weekends.
And
not that kind of
costume?
judge. No, not that kind of judge. Oh, you mean as in Judge Dredd? Oh, right. Sorry,
Yes.
I thought you meant bloke in white wig and suspenders.
My lord, I bring forth a defence that says you must judge thy fudge.
Judge thy fudge. But I must recommend this shop, right? Because this fudge is not like any fudge I've ever tasted before. Apparently, they use an American recipe for this.
Right.
And this stuff is fucking gorgeous. It's
Right.
not crumbly like the sort of fudge you used to, somebody goes to Clacton and brings you back some fudge. And it's that crumbly fudge with maybe, if you're lucky, if it's rum and raisin, you'll get, a raisin. Rum and a raisin fudge.
Right.
Yeah. It's,
Not a current that you were getting earlier on.
Aha. Yes,
Aha.
that as well.
Callback.
Aha. Yes.
Yeah, go on.
But no, this fudge is like, I don't know. I can't describe it. It's a bit like somebody slightly solidified a chocolate mousse. It's like that.
That's a whisper bar.
No. Slightly solidified a chocolate mousse. Just
Okay.
very slightly. It just about qualifies as not a chocolate mousse, this thing. But I bought some. The guys let us taste all these different, would you like to try the flavours, as we used to say at school?
Would you like to taste the flavours?
Do you want the flavours, dear? Do you want the flavours?
My dear sir, I'd like to taste your fudge, if you don't
Yes.
mind.
Yes. I am
What's
here.
your flavour? Tell
Can
me
you
what's
give me a
your
bump?
flavour. Yeah.
I would like
Get your bump with the fudge.
Sir.
Fudgy bump.
Sir, I have
A
come
bumpy
here.
fudge.
I've come here to take on your challenge, and I wish to judge your fudge. I wish to
I've
judge
come
it.
here to chew bubblegum and judge fudge, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Get your fudge out.
Yeah. Fudgy nil.
But
Right.
so I think hold on. Stay there 1 minute.
Good
Okay.
Lord.
As if we was going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold on.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Just talk amongst yourselves,
Sorry,
apparently.
it's not the fudge factory, it's the fudge kitchen. There we go.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
not
the
nearly
Fudge
as...
House Kitchen.
The
What?
fudge kitchen.
I'm afraid you're going to have to do this bit again, Darren.
Am
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
It goes from the start.
The
Okay,
last
so-
15 minutes have been a waste of our time. It was not nearly as funny.
3, 2, 1. So we had a couple of hours to kill, and I came across this place called the Fudge Kitchen.
Yeah, carry
sounds
on.
Nice.
Oh, right. Oh, all right then. You stopped.
But, yes, I have. Sorry. So if you are in Bath and you want to judge some fudge, I can highly recommend the Fudge Kitchen.
If you're in Darren's bath and you want to judge his fudge kitchen,
More fool you.
Jim, at no point did you come in with euphemism at all. I left the door open 100 times. What the
What the fudge is going on?
fudge is going on? Dow, are you all fudged
Yes.
out? Are you fudged
I'm all
off?
fudged out. Not yet.
Not
But if
yet.
I'm lucky, play your cards right.
I'm all fudged up.
Good game, good game. So much better than last week's fudge.
Oh, my notes look mental. It says Andy P selling fudge. Judge his fudge.
Yep. No, multiverse Andy P selling fudge. It wasn't the Andy P, but it was the multiverse version.
Did he have-
This is the life he could have led. Take a look at what you would have won.
If you'd gone left instead of right.
You'd gone left instead of right.
Right, okay.
So that's a glimpse. It's like sliding doors with Gwyneth Paltrow.
But with fudge.
Yeah,
With fudge.
sliding fudge with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, God. Now, that's a niche sight if I ever heard one.
Oh, good
If
Lord.
only I
Into the
could
dark world of
judge
celebrity fakes
your
there.
fudge.
Oh, good Lord.
I would have a fudge that just won't budge. Sorry,
Right.
that was the sliding doors theme, or sliding fudge theme tune
Sliding fudge.
by Aqua Fudge.
No one Google that, please.
No.
We're not responsible
Martin,
for you
Martin,
getting
no.
sacked.
Martin, don't, Martin. All right?
Certainly don't try and go the other way and look up fudging doors. Because
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
sure that
don't
doesn't
do
work
that.
either.
No.
No.
So there we go. So in all
I
seriousness,
heard you on a podcast. This is what we call a poor excuse in court, young man.
Yeah.
That's the grossest saying I've ever heard. Sliding
that?
fudge.
Sliding fudge, yes.
It's not. It's the. Hold on. Be honest. It's the grossest thing you've heard yet. We haven't quite finished this evening.
It's the grossest thing you've heard so far.
Wait till we get onto the dead end later on. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Once
It's going to be a rough ride.
wait,
Is that where you lean on your arm? Oh no,
No.
I mean,
No,
so I've heard.
no,
I've heard.
that's called The
Martin,
Stranger, and
Martin,
well, you know
Martin, don't look that one up either. Martin, just no Google, no, ixnay on the hand, nay.
nothing's going to come. Oh, good Lord. Right. Anyway, anything else?
So apart from the wonderful weekend in Bath,
yeah.
with the fudge,
With the fudge.
apart from that, finished watching Gen V. Came to its conclusion. A show for me that's been consistently good throughout the entire 8 episodes, which is quite unusual these days for a spin-off show. So yeah, highly recommend that. And also, Invincible season 2 has now started with quite an episode to begin with as well.
Right.
So yeah, get and watch that. If you like the first season, you're gonna. I think I can see where it's going, and I'm hoping they're gonna do something quite special with it, because this is a subject that seems to be done to death at the moment. But yes, I won't say what. Just get in and have a watch.
Cool. Okie dokie. I haven't watched it yet because for my sins we're watching Loki. But anyway,
Are you okay? No problem.
that's all I'm saying about that. Anyway, yeah. So is that it, mate?
Yep, that's it. Oh, apart from the Nutter in the Woods.
What?
The Nutter in the Woods.
What nutter in the woods?
Well, we basically we looked at while we were in Bath. This is in Bath again.
This is called burying the lead. We just did 30 minutes on fudge, and now you're going to tell us you were stalked through the woods by a nutter.
No, there was just some nutter who was really
Was he
shit
after
at-
your fudge?
He might have been.
Was
I
he
don't
about
know.
to slide your fudge?
I think you've been smoking it. I'll tell you that now.
He was, he
just-
was Elton's bump.
He was just this bloke living in a tent. He was not living in a box. Living in a tent
Right?
in the woods. It wasn't even the woods. It was more like a bush he was living in.
It gets better and better.
Yeah, he was like I
So
don't
you
know. I
saw a
thought
man buried in a bush.
It's all right. You don't have to go to hospital.
buried in a bush. Yeah, he was right up to his waist in a
In a
bush.
bush.
Yeah, Martin, don't Google that. Mate.
Just don't Google any of this.
Don't.
Just don't.
I'll tell you what. How about you just lay off the Black Dog without context this week? It might be safer for you. You
I
know.
think it's probably wise.
I just like
Yeah.
to think Martin's going through this and going, no, okay, close his
Yeah.
Google down, and
He's
then
like,
the next
yeah.
thing he opens it, I was like, no, they've told me to close it down again.
Opens up the incognito version, so I've heard.
Well played.
So friends have told me. I don't know what that
What's
means.
Babe Station?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Don't say that
I-
again.
no idea.
No,
Yeah. Again, Martin, no looky, no likey, no.
no, no. Stop it.
Anyway, man, bush,
Move-
you
moving
found.
on. No,
What?
just I'm going to move away from that now. I'm going to just I'm going to shut up and let someone else
Move
talk
away
about their
from the
week.
bush.
Oh,
Move away from the bush and the nut job in the
did you escape the man
sun.
in the bush, or are you an AI talking? to
He
me
was
at the moment?
very angry. He was a very angry man.
right.
Very angry. I don't know who he was talking to, but
Right.
he did not sound impressed. So we moved away quite quickly because we were just going to sit down on a park bench and like look at a
Right.
few landmarks, and it just became quite awkward. So
Right.
we just walked away. So yes. So be careful if you go to Bath. As much as I love the fudge, I did not enjoy the axe murderer in the bush.
Right. Axe murderer in the bush.
Axe murderer in the bush.
Okay.
One in the bush. There.
Right. I don't know where to go.
Pregnant pause. Moving on. There we go.
Pregnant pause. Moment to wait. Okay. Yeah.
I really have not got enough of alcohol.
No, I don't. I think we need much more.
I'm
Right.
having some fudge.
Yes. Obviously. Always.
Obviously.
Um,
Indeed.
Okay, well, I'll do my week then. Let's just start with the most recent. I went to I've caught up with Anne Marie and Pete Organ.
Did you get him?
I
Did you
didn't
get him like he tried to get you?
He is thinking about it. He's getting sort of like bars put on his car so he can run me over properly because apparently
Like Car Wars.
yeah, like Car Wars, exactly. Yeah, battle cars from Games Workshop. He's going to come in with the one with a turret.
The two turrets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
2 turrets, the one with 2 turrets and the missile launchers.
That's it.
Yeah, so I caught up with them. The only funny bit about that was that the idea was we were supposed to all meet up in the pub called the Partridge in Bromley. And it was like, right, cool. And Carol said, I know, I will take you and drop you off there so you can catch a bus back rather than having to, walk. And I said, all right, fair enough. She dropped me off. I walked around to the pub, and I walked in, and this bloke sort of stood there at the door, and he sort of said, "Oh, we've got reports of someone nearby with a knife, so we're just patting everyone down." Okay, fine. So I stand there, bouncer on the door. He starts patting me down. I went. If you go any lower, I said, you're going to have to buy me dinner first. And he went, well, that's okay because I'm the chef of the pub. I'm like,
Oh, got it for free, eh?
fine. So I walk into the pub. There's no one I recognise there. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm early. Yeah, the Blue Oyster.
Yep.
And so I walked up to the bar and I ordered a drink. And I'm sitting there at a table and I'm thinking, any minute now, someone's going to walk in. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe I've missed something. Maybe I've turned up late and everyone's gone. And then I thought, no, I'll have another drink. And I went over to the bar again, paid for the drink, but I paid for it with my phone and tapped on the thing. As I tapped on the thing, the name of the receipt came up, and it went the Agile Prince or something like this, and I'm like,
The Agile Prince.
yeah, exactly, and I'm like,
Do they have a fudge kitchen as well?
they do
by
have
any
a fudge
chance?
kitchen. Well, they do. Unfortunately, the guy working the fudge kitchen is on the front door. And I suddenly went, hang on, that's not the Partridge Pub. Have they rebranded? And sure enough, I'd walked into the wrong pub and I've been sitting there for 30 minutes. And the Partridge is actually the one next door.
That's your story. That's your story, and you're sticking with it.
It is my story, and I'm sticking with it. So So basically, I had to then walk into the pub, like afterwards, and go, sorry, I appeared to have just spent 30 minutes in the pub next door because I'm a complete fucking numbnut. It is literally next door. There's no difference. You could literally see the other pub's garden from the first one. So that was pretty darn stupid.
So was the other pub? It wasn't called the other pub you went into. It wasn't called the Allen. No,
no, it
next
wasn't
to
called the Allen.
Partridge.
The Partridge, no. It wasn't even called the Pear Tree, which would have at least made some sort of sense. But yeah, so that was a bit of a pain. But the other thing was this week. Basically, I've got a good reputation for fixing things, haven't I? By now,
Oh,
I'm
course
sure.
you have, yeah.
Yes.
Sound as, mate. Sound as.
Sound as a pound. I don't
Sound
know
as a
why
pound.
anyone would question it at all. So
Oh, Golden Drills Metcalf. Yep.
that is me. never knowingly underusing an Allen key. That's me.
Right.
And so a couple of weeks back, well, maybe a couple of months back now, you may remember me telling you a story about me putting the fan back into the air conditioning unit of my car a while back. Anyway, it's getting colder now, and we've noticed that even though the fan appears to be going, there's no air blowing onto the interior window, so the front windscreen is actually steaming up because obviously judging the fudge. And we're like, oh God, okay, something needs to be fixed. And I'm like, no, we can get by because, just open the windows, it's fine. Anyway, Katie had to be taken back to university last week. And it's like, no, actually, I'm not going to do a 120-mile round journey just wiping the windows constantly with a fucking towel. So I thought, right, fuck it. I'm going to have a look. And this guy's like, on the YouTube, straight on the YouTube, this guy's like, right, okay, so full focus. If it's not blowing, try turning dials and try doing this and try doing that. So I go through all these things. And eventually he's like, the one thing it could be is the air directional flapping unit. And I'm thinking, you are taking the fucking piss. No, Martin, don't
Google.
Don't Google air directional flapping unit.
That sounds like a video I know about. I'm going to hunt for this.
Do not do that. Do not.
I will drop this in the show notes later. Hang
Yeah,
on a second.
I'm not seeing your air directional flapping unit. I don't care how many times you ask me to subscribe to your OnlyFans. I'm just not doing it, Elton.
Behold my flapping unit.
My flapping unit. So anyway, it's like, oh yeah, well, what you got to do is you got to undo this screw, and you got to undo this screw. And I'm like, I'm following it through. I haven't watched the video, and I'm just kind of going along with him. And he goes, eventually what you'll notice, the front dashboard will come off. And it's like, the what now? And as I do that, I've unscrewed the last bolt, and this fucking, the whole dashboard right behind the steering wheel all sort of just drops to the ground. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, he's good for his word then. He was right.
He wasn't
would
wrong.
fall off.
He wasn't wrong. And then he's like, yeah, and now what we got to do is take off the center console. And at this point, I'm like, you could have fucking told me all this shit up front. But no, and now I'm committed now, aren't I? And he's going, what you don't want to do is you don't want to disconnect any of the electrics from the back of the dashboard, because if you do, you might invalidate your warranty. You might also, fuck over your speedometer and your mileometer and all this kind of thing. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is all just hanging there like cables It looks like the fucking robot from Saturn V. I mean, it's all just hanging down fucking cables everywhere. I'm like, what am I looking at here? In fact, I thought any second now that lady from Superman 3 is going to come out with all the metal bits all over her. So I'm looking
Chewie, how's the hyperdrive looking?
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I haven't got enough room. So I've pushed the driver's chair back and I've pushed the passenger seat chair back. It can't go back any further. So I'm thinking, I've got to do this. I've opened up the side doors. I'm now on my hands and knees with my knees outside the car so that I can actually reach into the car over the dashboard that's now hanging down looking like a plate of spaghetti.
Right.
And as
Is that where the chef from that pub suddenly appears?
Yeah, exactly.
About that meal.
So I'm sticking my hands in there, and all of a sudden it's like the bloke goes, now, before you do anything else, don't forget that what you've got to do is disconnect the car battery. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah. Because now I'm sitting here with my hands all tangled up in like hundreds of wires, trying to get to the fucking console, and I've got the car battery still plugged in. It's like, oh, here we go. Fun times ahead. And then it starts to rain.
Oh.
So, yeah. So now, imagine the scene. The car doors are open. The dashboard is essentially on the floor. It's absolutely fucking falling down. My arse is in the air. My knees are on the ground outside the car. So my arse and everything is getting completely sodden. And I've got this fucking YouTube video smug cunt telling me, oh, don't forget to take off the battery. Like, you could have told me that at the fucking start.
Surely that's step one, isn't it?
Well, I would have
Open door, take off battery.
Do you know, I would have thought that was the case were I actually thinking about what he was going to ask me to do. I was just following along like some divwit going, oh yeah, he's told me to do this. Oh,
have you turned the car off? No? I suggest you do that.
Just chugging away, the car engine just chugging over.
Just sell it for scrap, mate. Just sell it for scrap. All right.
So I get the front console off. And I'm like, now there's like cables coming off the front console. The fucking dashboard's all lying all over the floor. I'm like, I'm soaking wet and I'm just cold and miserable. And finally the guy goes, yeah, so now what you should see this little sort of like triangular piece of metal. I'm like, yeah. He goes, just flip it up. And I flip it up and you hear doink. And that was it. And he's gone, that's fixed now. And you're like, is it? And he goes, yeah. And then he goes, and you can try by just turning the car over just so you can get the engine running. I'm thinking, how are you going to do that with no battery? So now,
more next week.
And then the explosion happened.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel to find out in 2 months' time. Hit that like. Smash that like button and ring that bell.
In the next 40, with a £7 introductory offer, you can buy the next 400 pieces in a D'Agostini fucking attachment letter or newsletter or something. Anyway, so I'm like, oh fuck it, I haven't taken the battery off. I'm just gonna put my key in the lock, put my key in the ignition, and just turn it and see if I can get the air going. And I did that, and everything went whoo, and I'm thinking, it works. It fucking works. Brilliant. But then I'm presented with the horrible realization that A, the battery's still on. B, the whole front of the car from the dashboard to the passenger seat literally just looks like a ball has basically exploded inside my car. There is now water slowly puddling around my knees and around my ankles, and my arse is filling with water because it's all been going down the back of my pants. And I'm like, great, I've got to put all this back together again now. So I suddenly going, where's the screws? Oh. Where are the screws? And where I've been undoing everything and putting all the screws down in all other places, they're black screws, and the carpet's black, and they're little tiny diddly little fucking screws, and I'm like, oh,
sell it for scrap. Just sell it for scrap.
just roll it into the road and pretend it's a write-off.
You just slowly release the handbrake. Your ass is sort of like, your drive's got a bit of a bend in it as well. So
like
gravity
a
will do the
Viking
work
burial.
for you. Yeah. As it rolls down into Grove Park, it's the fucking pump down the bottom there. The fumes from the alcohol catch later. That's it. You'll be doing Bromley a favour, trust me. If that all goes up like a fucking Roman candle, just deal with it. Just 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Okay, no more car problem, no more Grove Park problem. That's it.
Just salute as the glow appears on the horizon down the hill.
Yep, indeed. The only bad thing about it is no more Morley's chicken. Okay, that's it.
There'll always be a Morley's chicken.
Well, yes, even after the apocalypse.
Along with cockroaches and Starbucks. So anyway, eventually, to cut a long story very short, I get it all put back together again. And at this point, does my lovely daughter decide that she's finally going to come out and help. And she comes out. Katie comes out and goes, Dad, what are you doing? So I've tried to calmly explain to her what I've just had to go through just so I can drive her for 2 hours in a roundabout way. No, I've done this and I've done this and I've done this, and the car's actually still working and the fans are working. I'm feeling quite proud of myself. And she goes, what's that? And
no.
And I'm like, what do you mean, what's that? And she goes, you're kneeling in something. I look down, and no joking, the rain has washed from somewhere on my garden path, essentially a river of fox poo.
Oh, great.
And I have been kneeling in it for the last, I don't know how long. So I finally get up feeling proud. It was like the money pit. I felt proud. I had succeeded where others have failed. I have not killed myself, and I got my dashboard back, and it still works, and everything works, and the blower still works. And I stood up, and there's Katie pointing at the fact that my knees are now bright yellow on my black trousers because they're covered in fox shit.
You didn't want them trousers anyway.
No.
Yeah.
No, well, so I put them in the car and rolled it down the hill towards Grove Park on fire.
And then Lisa came out and said, Dad, why is the horizon glowing? Just over there by Grove Park.
Can someone smell fox shit?
Exactly. Is that burning fox shit, Dad? Mixed with that sort of, alcohol? Is that what it is?
The
Dad,
smell
what's
of the
that on your jumper? And so I took my jumper off.
Put it in the car. Down the hill.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it. Oh, just take the handbrake off. Amazing. This, kids, is what we call a science lesson. Now I'm going to show you physics, right? What we're dealing with today is gravitational forces, right? Now, watch what happens when I slowly take the handbrake off of our Ford mishap.
Ford
mishap.
Watch how it gracefully floats down the hill.
The Ford blunderbuss. Oh,
Here we
God.
go.
Anyway,
Wave
so
it goodbye.
yeah, so there you go. So that was my week essentially. I watched Mission Impossible, but whatever. It's, yeah, that was it. Oh, yeah. So my application for Quick Fit was rejected again. But there you go.
It was?
Yeah.
So surprised.
Yeah. So there you go. But no, the car worked. Ozzy went on stage and gave a great
Lovely.
show. Anyway. Right. Jesus Christ. Let's just wrap it up there. Let's see if we got any feedback. Hold on. Have we got any feedback? Hold on. Let's have a look.
Baby.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look. There you go. Richard Oliver wrote to say after the Alone in the Dark commentary club. Now there's a pile of shit I haven't seen in a while. It's hard to believe, but I have seen a better Uwe Boll film. It's called In the Name of the King. No. I don't care. I don't care what you say, mate. We are not.
No.
We're not doing it.
We're not doing it.
We learned our lesson.
No. Michael Wilding said, "Wow, that was a fucking terrible film, but a great podcast. Though I was in stitches." Well, I'm glad our suffering brightened your day, Michael.
Yeah. We very nearly were as well.
Yeah. Paul Cairns wrote in to say, Moo Adib just ran past me holding bicycle handles while singing They Call Me Mr. Boombastic. Bit of a weirdo, if you ask me. Anyway, I also binge-listened 2 episodes. Didn't watch Alone in the Dark. I made that mistake many years ago, and that one does not bear repeating. There you go. And as Mr. Jim Moon wrote to say, I think we might be getting an invite to a boxing match soon. Why was that, Jim? Would you like to explain that?
Well, I was doing my bit for the podcast and pimping it. Mm-hmm. And I looked at my notifications and I saw Yui Ball liked your post. And then Yui Ball reposted your post.
So, yeah.
Then Uwe Boll listened to the podcast. Then Uwe Boll was not impressed.
Yeah.
Uwe Boll started strapping on his boxing gloves.
Uwe Boll bought himself a ticket to the UK. Uwe Boll had to avoid a rolling on fire Ford Focus going down the hill. Oh, dear.
Like, that would be like, especially if you were in it, it'd be like a really, really shit, cheap sort of version of Ghost Rider, wouldn't it? You know? No, he's not got the bike of vengeance. He's got the flaming Ford Focus of disappointment.
The Ford Focus of blandness. The terrible, terrible, disappointing Ford Focus.
Not so much the pennant stare, more like just the shitty knees. That's what it is.
Yeah, the fox poo knees.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we also had we had a few more. We had Anthony James, who also said, listened but didn't watch that shit. Your commentary was enough to tell me I made a right call. Which Anne-Marie Organ also agreed with. And then God, I feel like we've taken a bullet. Oh, and then we had Simon Dennis, who said, I wish I could say the phrase for this week, but I started the cast and the film at the same time, and then kept jumping in time. So I decided that I would watch the film. I lasted 20 minutes before I said, "Fuck that! Gonna miss this one." It's the first episode in the whole of the Black Dog that just went too far.
Oh.
Yes, we broke him.
We did Twilight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm talking about a really bad film, not the commentary, because hey, who can say anything good about that film? Yeah. We've broken him, so there you go. Yeah, and lots of people commenting. They call me Mr. Boombastic, which was our last week's phrase. There you go.
Last week's code word.
Last week's code word, and there will be another some point in the podcast, so that people can't just jump to the end, or maybe we can because I can't be fucked. Anyway, there you go. So, shall we wrap this section up and then do the review?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's do that. Roll the jingle. Right, so Talk to Me is a 2022 Australian supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philippou. Is it Philippou or Philippou? Anyway, they're there. Written by Danny and Philippou and Bill Hinsman, based on a concept by Daley Pearson, and stars Sophie Wilde, Alexandra Jensen, Joe Bird, Otis Jahini, Miranda Otto, and Zoe Terakis. I think it's Zoe Terakis. Anyway, the film follows a group of teenagers who discover they're able to contact spirits using a mysterious severed embalmed hand, only for things to get taken too far. The film premiered in Adelaide Film Festival October the 30th, 2022, and was released in Australia on the following year in July. I won't go on about the positive reviews from critics, but we'll just do the budget. The budget was 4.5 million Australian dollars. So that's about £17.50. How much do you reckon? Sorry, I've been to Australia. The exchange rate is usually quite mad. But anyway, but how much did it make at the worldwide box office in American dollars? And I'm going to go for Jim.
6 million nasty bangs on the head.
Yeah, 6 million nasty bangs on the head. Elton.
I'm gonna go with 1 ring ding 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 ding
Oh.
ding ba 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 ba.
Yes.
Well played, sir.
Well done there. I like that. And Darren, what about you, sir?
I think it went for a course of cuticle treatments and maybe some manicuring. Yeah,
Yeah, some nail varnish.
yeah, just over there. There you go.
Mm.
It was, kind of in that position, wasn't it?
Well, it was a little, yeah.
Well, it was handy anyway.
Well, for a while anyway,
For a
unless you
while,
want to get
yeah.
out the door. Anyway, so yeah, actually it made 90.5 million US worldwide, which is quite a lot for something that was made for 4.5 million. So it's definitely made its money, and I no doubt there is someone talking about a sequel somewhere.
Oh, great.
Well, you can just guess it. But anyway, so it's on Netflix at the moment. We'll go around the table just briefly to just do a quick review before we start talking in spoilers. Jim, you're the only person who's actually seen this film, haven't you?
That's right, yes.
Right, okay.
So second time for me.
Yep. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go around the table normal pace. I'll go last because it was my pick, even though I have never seen this film before. So we'll start with you, Elton. What did you think of Talk to Me?
I thought this was really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this from front to back.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen many horror movies, as you guys have known, but it felt original to me.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why that there are sequels abound, because that train is on its way. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was very good, well paced, acting brilliant. As soon as I found out it was an Aussie film as well, I was like, oh, okay, really up for this.
Cool.
It's just a nice surprise. So I thought it was really good. There's a little bit in the middle where I'm a bit confused.
Okay, well, we can talk about that, can't we? Cool. Excellent. So we'll move on to you, Lindell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be the pariah in the room, aren't I? I'm going to be the one that turns around and goes, yeah.
You're going to go and sit in the flaming Ford Focus to Grove Park.
I'm going to go. This is it. I'm off to the. Yeah, yep. I'm off to the shops. Anybody want anything?
Off to the car with you.
Yeah, off to the car with me. Yes, I'm off to the flat. Yep. I would. What can I say?
I don't know. I'm trying to work out what you're trying to say now.
It wasn't. It didn't really do it for me.
Right.
It didn't.
What language were you watching it in?
I was watching it in English. Oh yes, I was.
You're watching the English dub. Oh my god!
You should
dub,
watch the Polish dub.
No, I was actually watching the Paul Oakenfold dub.
The Axel F.
With Axel F with shifty singing vocals. And yeah. But then it all went a bit Pete Tong.
Okay.
Yeah. Without going into the spoiler territory thing, it's yeah. I mean, nice idea, and that. Just I don't know. It was just something about it. Maybe it was something I had for dinner. I don't know, but it just yeah.
Did you fall asleep, Darren?
No, I was wide awake through all of it.
Okay, just
Yeah.
always good to check.
Yeah, no, it was. I was awake. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so a kind of meh for you, really, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair dues. Jim, what about you then?
Well, this was second time watch for me.
Mhm.
I'd only actually seen it not that long ago. And I was going to, should I watch it again? I thought, no, I should do really, just to be on my game for it. And I enjoyed it the first time round, and I actually enjoyed it probably more the second time round, because when you know where it's going, there's lots of little things you pick up on second time around. Not so much like clever foreshadowing, but it's just the depth in the relationships and the whole setup of it and the way it tells its story. The second time I could appreciate the craft, shall we say. And there's a lot going on beneath the surface, which is kind of, I think, that's what kind of makes a good movie, I think. A proper good movie. I mean, the mistake serious films make is they try and hit you over the head with, look how clever we're being.
Yeah. But
a good movie tells you a good story, then you watch it again, you go, hang on, there's another dimension to this.
Yeah.
That's proper clever. And I think this does it very well. It's properly rooted. The horror's rooted in character and drama. And there's the way it all interlinks together, and there's a proper emotional depth to it and proper consequences. And so I got a lot out watching it again. And
talk to me.
I'll let you in, Jim. Oh no. Jim, come back.
Blow out the candle.
No, fuck. Oh, Jim, you there? Hello. I could hear you, but it said you'd lost your connection. Oh, he's gone.
I can hear them.
Something's going on, because I can definitely. Well, hold on. Let me mark. Oh, he's gone.
Suddenly, it all went a bit.
Hello. Are you back again?
Yeah. I am back again.
Lovely. Whatever was happening there, it was a bit weird.
What's Teresa downloading?
Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me? Jim. Jim.
Hello. I'm back again.
Can you hear us, Jim?
I can hear you. I can still hear you all the time.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we couldn't hear you coming back to us.
No, you just keep saying I'm losing connection. I'm going, bollocks. That's not true.
I can hear you. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, let's see if this marker thing works then. I'm going to mark now. There you go. At 9:17. There you go. And, Jim, do you want to tell us more about what you were thinking about this film?
Where did I get to before it cut off?
Well, you were kind of like, it was deep emotional contact and deep emotional extra dimensions on the second watch.
Yeah, that was about it, actually.
Oh.
I was about wrapping up then, yeah.
Okay, I'll just cut out all that stuff of us trying to work out whether you're still there. Okay. Fair enough. Cool. So you were much better, much hotter on it this time around than last time.
Well, yeah, I felt it more than stood up to a second viewing.
Cool. Okay. Even though I picked this, I think we were under duress of suddenly realizing it was my turn, and we were all very drunk. So I just picked it because it was suggested, and I haven't seen it before, and I knew I wanted to see it. So there you go. So I'm speaking completely as a newbie watcher. I really liked it. However, there were bits in it that irritated the absolute bejesus out of me.
Ooh, okay.
But there are also bits which later on kind of redeemed those moments. So it's kind of, I don't know if the film was just doing its job of making me cross and making me or whether or not I was getting cross and then the film was kind of correcting course, or I was just going with it. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it, but I did kind of get a little of that kind of horror film thing of, can you not see what's happening? Surely you can see what's happening. Moments. But otherwise, deeply good, and I did enjoy it. Whether or not I'd watch it a second time, I don't know, but yes, overall, a thumbs up. So there you go. So before we go any further, if you have not seen Talk to Me, and you do not know what it is about, and you don't want to know any more other than our personal opinions of it just then I would say do the decent thing and stop right here, go watch the film, and then come back to us. But after the mellifluous tones of Paul Shane, we will be into spoiler zone territory. Are you ready? Is everyone ready for spoiler zone? Are you all braced?
Oh, yes.
Ready for action.
Lovely. Right, here we go. Go for it, Paul.
Baby.
There you go. And the lighthouse. Yes. I really do need Mr. No Face as well from Wolf Cop. We need to have him in there as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Mr. No Face.
Ginty McSkullface, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Skullface McGinty. Skullface McGinty, that's it. What's going on, Skullface? Anyway, I was just going to say, let's start from the beginning then. I mean, going into this, let's just take it right big picture. What do you think this film was actually about? Because most horror films are not necessarily just about the monster in the kitchen or the zombies outside or whatever. They're always about something. Like, no one will save you. It's about loneliness and isolation and, living in your own little world. And what do you think it was about? And I'm going to start with you, Dal, because you were the one with the most lukewarm feel on it. So just what did you think the film was actually about?
I have absolutely no idea. I really don't. I'm kind of a bit. I'm kind of a bit stumped. Really.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I don't know what to say to that. It's. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Was it about?
It is a tricky question, definitely.
Is it about trusting your friends or something? I don't know. I couldn't put a finger on a metaphor for it. It's just. I mean, as you say, with a lot of horror films, or science fiction, there's a thing there, whether it's a political message or one about loneliness, one about anger, one about happiness. What about, keeping things that you treasure close to your heart? And maybe it was about stupid people do stupid things. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just, okay, look, this is a hammer that's going to hit you in the bollocks if you pull this tab out. Okay, you've been warned, right? Okay, because you can see that's probably what it does. Are you going to take the risk and have that hammer smack you in the bollocks by pulling this tab out? I might do, actually. I like to live a little. Maybe it won't hit me in the bollocks. Maybe it won't, but there's a chance that it will. So what do you think? Yeah, but maybe it won't. Maybe nothing will come of this. Maybe it will be all right. Maybe this is just a bit silly. Maybe I'm a little bit too eager to acceptance. There we go. It's about acceptance. It's about, seriously, it's about acceptance. The desperation of some people to be accepted by the crowd. Because that's what drives the protagonists at the beginning of this to take the leap and do what they do, because they're desperate to be looked upon as being cool. So maybe peer pressure. Maybe that's it.
Okay. Cool. Okay, what about you then?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. No, it's okay. I'm just asking because I think let's go around the table first. I'll ask you, Elton. What about you? What do you think?
I think I'd agree with Darren. Acceptance as to either be accepted or to accept what has happened.
Okay.
because there are a lot of issues flying around, and I think it's also to do with trust and trusting people as well, because there's a lot of people that are trusting in this but then let down. So yeah, I think it's a mixture of the two, but really I think it's quite hard to kind of put your finger on it as to what this one is, if it is trying to say anything to you.
Right.
Maybe how far do you go to be accepted?
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know.
It's fine. I'll just
that ballpark.
Yeah, no, it's just because I think there's a few things going on here, and I think one of the things to discuss is kind of what message you think it was trying to put across. Because I'll get to you in a second, Jib, but just to cover it, I was going to say the part of the thing with this film is the messaging in it rather than the plot line, because the plot generally is like, touch mystical artifact, get your life fucked up, which we've seen a million times before. Yet somehow this doesn't feel like something that you've seen a million times before. So it's obviously doing something different, which was kind of my point. So that's why I was kind of asking if there was a message you guys were kind of reading out of it. So,
always stove the kangaroo's head in.
Yeah, just slowly gets rolled over by a passing Ford Focus going downhill. But yeah, so
Sorry, just caught up for a second there.
Yeah. I was going to say I was waiting for that. So what about you then, Jim? What did you was the main takeaway for you?
Well, for me, I would say acceptance is close, but it is there's acceptance, there's grief, and I'd also say belonging as well. But there's a lot of kind of it's a lot about how people bond together for various different reasons, for good or for ill. And there is kind of I think it sets up very clearly this thing about kind of the bonds of family, and then there's the bonds of your friends, which when you're the age of the lead characters, that's a bit of a tug of war. Who you're actually closest to. Yeah. Your family or your mates. And that's a very powerful dynamic in teenage culture. I mean, the older you get, you get more misanthropic, then fuck a lot of them. But, but you know what I mean? But it's kind of, so we've got the spoiler gloves off, but obviously the key thing about, Maya's mother's committed suicide. Her father has been closed off and hasn't told her everything about that. And she's sort of really found a second family with her best friend. And sort of, almost kind of being sort of semi-adopted kind of. Because everyone knows there's that situation. It's one of those unspoken things. But there's also kind of, in that family, that's not a perfect family because there's no dad either there. And consequently, her friend is really square because a lot of the time she's having to parent Riley.
Yes.
And it's something I didn't quite pick up on the first time, but there is that definite thing that she's having to be the sensible one. And she hates being the sensible one, but it is. And that's kind of, she has her own dynamic and her own sort of part to play in how this all unfolds. Yeah. I mean, often in horror movies, it's like stupid people do stupid things or bad person does bad things and they get punished for it. Whereas this is kind of, it's just all too human little mistakes just pile up into an absolute fucking car crash. Literally, by the end.
Well, yes, indeed. Is that very much the end of the line pun from earlier?
Very much, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because for me, the thing that I thought was the main takeaway was it was about sort of like the disaffected youth, effectively. I know it sounds really cheesy and naff, but it's that whole thing of there's a whole generation of teens and young people who are sort of like listlessly just hanging around, and how a combo of boredom, apathy from parents who've got their own shit to deal with, and and essentially, it's a for me, it looked like a metaphor for drugs.
Yeah, definitely.
Which was that kind of whole thing of, you've got nothing to engage you. You've got, profound sadness in your life that you're not emotionally equipped to deal with as a teen or a young person. And so you turn to whatever gives you the mad rush, no matter how dangerous it might seem.
Well, there is that moment in the middle where they're all doing the thing. And it is just like, okay, right, it's passing it around, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's how I saw it anyway.
Yeah. And in the case of Mia, she can't talk to her dad. She's got all these pent-up, harbored sort of like feelings of, guilt and horror and the paranoia and suspicion. And she's already done drugs enough once already that people already are a little wary of her, so she's an outsider. It all just the sort of like disaffected youth, Gen Z, teenage apathy and ennui, all just piling up, and the hand is seen as a kind of crazy little release, which instead of the hand, if someone made that a spliff or a line of coke or something, the results might actually be pretty much the same.
Well, yeah, you have people sat around in a circle videoing people doing this and watching their own reaction, because everyone has their own completely different reaction each and every time, don't they? It's never the same.
Yeah.
And in that bit where they're all just chasing it at, I think it is, whose house is it? I forget whose house. What's her name? Hang on a second.
It was Miranda Otto's house, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I can't remember the character's name.
Oh, I can't find.
It's all right. I'm going.
Jade's house.
Yes,
that's it. Now I've lost my train of thought of what I was saying when I was trying to find her name. Yeah, something about drugs again. Oh, damn it. Yeah, the people just videoing it and just passing it around and just watching their own little high. They were getting high on having that experience when I'm forgetting all her bloody names now. When Mia has her first experience on doing this and she comes out of it, she's buzzing, man. And you can see the whole group of people are just euphoric about that. And then when they are doing the passing around type thing, they are just getting off their mash and enjoying it and videoing it and just enjoying that little scene that they have there.
Yeah.
It is, I've never seen it, but I think it is like Breakfast Club type thing where you have the different people thrown into there.
Yeah. I do take your point, but I just got the feeling of sort of like Simple Minds singing "Don't You Forget About Me" while everyone kind of whizzes out of their mash on a bunch of demons trying to take over their body. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Oh no, that was it. That was the end.
Oh right, okay, that is finished. I am finished.
I withdraw from this sentence.
Yes, I am sliding my fudge and leaving a trail. So many sights to show you. Go to Bath and slide the fudge. So how do we feel about Maya, the main character, or Mia? Just go because to me, she strikes me as a very Marmite character that, on one hand, you're supposed to feel sympathy for, and you do, but on the other hand, is so deeply selfish. Oh, excuse me, and broken that you can find it very hard to sympathise with the way it goes. Darren, you mentioned about people being silly and doing silly things to be silly because the plot has to happen to be silly.
Yeah, I mean it's a standard trope of even some of the most sort of like intelligent and well thought out films. They always have that one moment where stupid people do stupid things because it's as if we've done some really good stuff here, but we're gonna pull out the stupid things. Stupid people do stupid things joker now, and we're going to do this one little bit just to push the plot along a little bit. So no film really escapes that, right? That's I mean, I do get a little bit tired of it, not just in horror films, but in general when it comes to pushing the plot along. When I see that, it's just like, oh man,
yeah.
The same goes for the similar sort of thing that happens at the end of this film. Am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
We're in
spoiler territory,
exactly.
my friend.
And things have gone a bit weird. Oh, she's dead. Oh, well, there you go. That explains it. Oh, but nobody's actually said they're dead. And it's like, how many times have I seen that? How many times? It's like in films where suddenly the killer fucking comes back or the monster isn't actually dead, even though they've said this thing will put it into the ground. It's like every in horror film does that these days. Can we just have one where the good guys actually kill it? That's it. Like, that's it. It's done. Can we? No, how about making that for a change?
See, that moment, I don't think it's about finding out that she's dead. I think the moment is about seeing the candle and realizing you're on the other end of the stick.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I think, anyway.
It's for me. It just said, "Oh, she's dead." So she's actually dead. Okay. Yes. All right. Can we just show her as being dead? Do we have to have this? Can we just show her as being dead? So I don't know. It's just me. It's just a little bit fatigue of that.
That's fine. That's fine.
I've seen that in a lot of films, and I think, could you just for once? Can we not? Can we just have her like, yep, dead?
What? And just pull away while Gary Jules sings "Mad World" or something.
Something like that. I don't know. It's just, oh man.
Okay, dude, it's fine. That's totally your prerogative and totally down to you, mate. If you don't like it, then that's perfectly cool. There's no judgment here.
I just think it needs to be put to bed for a while and then come back later. It's like all things can be refreshed if you give it enough time. Okay. It's like, I'm sure somebody said, oh man, I'm fed up with the good guys when they've killed something, always winning. Wouldn't it be nice if suddenly the bad guy came back after the credits? I'm sure that was a thing at one point.
Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of gone the other way now. And it's like, can we not have that for a while?
Okay.
And I see stuff like that, and it kind of, I don't know. This is probably why I think this is... And it's a shame because there are some genuinely scary bits in this film, right? Some stuff and just some disturbing images, especially of her brother being tortured by the other ghosts.
Oh, right.
So, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm just a little bit tired. As usual, that's me. It wouldn't be me without me being fucking tired, would it?
Well,
no,
obviously.
Darren.
Hello,
Darren. Darren, is it your network connection or,
Are you dead?
I mean, talk to me could almost be the story of this podcast, couldn't it? Darren, talk to me. Darren.
I let you in.
Yeah, Darren, I'll let you in. Darren. He's voice activated. Darren.
Why do you think we have Poshfish AI Darren on standby anymore?
That's good. No, you should do.
I mean, literally, I was asked at the pub, when does AI Darren become real Darren, and vice versa? Because a lot of people can't. Yeah, because a lot of people can't tell the difference anymore.
No, I'll just go posh
Are you
fish.
telling me Darren has fooled the Turing test?
AI Darren is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Where does the AI Darren end?
Oh,
And
it's
the
no,
posh
it's no.
fish. Real. Darren, begin.
See, when she dies,
Yeah.
just trying to reel it back in a little bit. I think it is all about the candle and the little thing of finding out you're on the other side of things. I don't think it's, oh God, she's dead. Oh God, okay, fine. But that's only from my perspective, because I think they play it so hard that she is dead. It's obvious to see that.
Yeah.
And I mean that because she's laying in the road like the kangaroo was earlier on,
Yeah.
where she left that and other people were attending it. You see a woman run to her and go down and attend to her body while her spirit is
That was
walking
close.
around.
That was close.
Sorry, Elton.
The detectors are always on, right? I'll tell you that now.
Sentence.
Yeah.
Every
will be poured over. Yeah.
What about you, Jim? What did you think of? He says trying to skip lightly over it before it turns into a thing. Jim. Hello. Jim's gone.
Jim's the new Darren. We need you need Jim AI. That's what you need.
Jim has gone. Hold on. Oh, good Lord.
Oh no.
He has gone.
We can't do this without. Oh, he has gone, hasn't he?
Yes,
He's really
he
not
has.
there.
Completely gone. He's not even talking to us on Facebook. Oh, Lord.
Quick, everyone, grab your porcelain hands now.
Yes. Talk to me. Full focus. On fire.
Just
Talk to
thinking-
me. Terry Tibbs. Talk to me.
1973, Maserati. Talk to
Hang
me.
on, I've got to plug mine into my USB. Hang on a second.
You want to plug your what into your USB?
My porcelain hand, of
oh,
course.
right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. There we go. My internet has gone on the wonk.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My dual feedback porcelain hand.
I'm
with
not
rumble.
I'm
pack.
not cutting any of this out. My internet has
No?
gone on the wonk.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. There you go. Oh, dear.
Did you see the rather interesting news article I posted, by the way?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. This is all going on the live on
I'll
the
just
on the
leave
recording.
it in.
Don't worry, sir. Come on when you can, or just leave it if it's a problem. There you go. Right. Anyway, I was going to say the end bit. See, this is going to be my deep, profound moment, and Jim's not going to be around to hear it.
No,
oh, no,
I'm
no.
back, I'm back.
He's
I'm
back.
back.
He's
I'm
back.
Back.
I genuinely think we should have a porcelain hand just to pull you back from the other side there, Jim. Well, anyway, yes, this is a bizarre old it's a bizarre old episode.
This is what happens when I have roadworks down the road from me. It won't affect your internet. It fucking does.
It fucking well will, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say was, what did you think the ending candle thing? What did you take away from it? Because Elton was saying, I don't know when you disappeared off the conversation, but Elton was saying like the whole point was to see her being pulled in on the other side from the other side, rather than trying to make a mystery of the fact that she was dead.
Well, no, I think it was patently obvious she was dead to anyone with two brain cells to rub together that didn't do the look back, see the body on the road. But they actually went a more elegant way. But you know you're dead, but you're watching her discover she's dead. And I love the bit where she looks in the mirror and she's not there.
Which is
that's a creepier. You know it's seeing her do it, and that is creepy. And then the lights go out, and her dad walks away, and then you see the light in the darkness, and that's the final punch: is that she is now one of those lost souls.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting because she earlier on she mentions the fact that she's happiest when she can't see herself in the mirror in her dream.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like. It's almost like it's kind of it's taunting her, but showing the fact that actually the reality of it is it's showing her being intensely lonely, but she's never more lonely than when she's in the dark on her own, dead on the other side. And and actually I thought that whole thing with the candle and the light and coming back from the dead was the most interesting bit, because what it suddenly did was make you aware of what it was as a personal hell. It wasn't hell like what you imagine, sort of like chains and devils and fucking Hieronymus Bosch and all that nonsense. It's just whatever you really can't subconsciously stand, which is being alone. And
it's also the thing of when she gets to the other side. We're not in Australia anymore. That hand has been moved on, and who knows how long it's been.
Exactly.
Now, interesting. Earlier in the film, there is mentioned that there is, and it's allegedly there's another hand.
Yes.
And having seen it the first time, I was watching this time to see, is that hand at the end? Is that the other one? But no, it is the same one.
Yeah,
it's the left hand again.
Yeah.
Or is it right hand? I can't remember. I did make a note of it. We were trying to work it out because me and Teresa said, is it going to be the same hand at the end? Because you mentioned there's two, possibly two, but it is the same one. So it is kind of, that last kind of, for me, was that little kind of, oh my God, how long is, that's the worst thing. On the other side, time is different.
Yeah. But it's also kind of interesting as well, because it shows how awful it is on the other side. And then why the spirits want to cling on as long as they can, and why they've gone quite clearly mad. And they haven't gone mental. They haven't gone wildly off the range because they are just evil. It's because they're trapped in this cocking limbo.
Their own personal hell. Yeah. Because you see her walking down the corridors of the hospital, and you see other people, the family back together, and the kid looking much better, and she's not part of that.
No. Which is really her nightmare.
Yeah.
Which she never acknowledges, but it's actually the bit that's kind of in the background. There's everyone's worrying about, like, it's a mother and all this kind of thing. But actually the truth of the matter is her dad's not telling her something. She's understood that to be the case, doesn't know what it is, and the spirits on the other side are capitalizing on that to basically pull her into the hell, into their limbo world, so that they can take over, they can get out the other side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so they exploit her weakness. But
I know watching it a second time, it is kind of like, I did feel very strongly kind of watching it, knowing what's going to happen, kind of, oh boy, there was something there fishing right from the get-go. She's looking for that one person who's got the chink in their armour. And obviously it senses Mia, but also it senses Riley right in that first seance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he likes you.
Yeah, he likes you.
And it's kind of, it's someone who can be sort of exploited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't actually notice. Well, I saw it, but I didn't latch on to that.
Yeah. Because the other thing is also that the previous owners, the brother of the previous owner, sort of said, if you just leave it alone, they eventually just go because they haven't got the energy to hang on. So the thing was, as long as Riley was kind of out for the count in hospital, even, he was basically expunging the demon. He was getting rid of it. Whereas
he was doing it cold turkey.
Yeah, he was going cold turkey.
Knowing, yeah. Okay.
Which again goes back to the drugs thing. Being asked for a bump on the side of the road in Norfolk. But I mean, what did you think about Mia with the responsibility to Riley and all that kind of thing? Because I mean, that's kind of one of my deeply irritating moments. I'll be honest with you.
Well, that's where the trust comes in, doesn't it? So you have the sister Jade who leaves the room trusting everyone, or trusting that she'll do good by her brother. That trust is broken by her, and it kind of fractures that family.
Yes. But then how did you feel about Mia after that? Did you still have sympathy for her with her lost mum, and her lying dad about something and her loneliness? Or did you feel that she was being self-destructive? Or did you go the other way and just go, oh, fuck her?
I think she was trying to be more part of that family, to be the bigger sister.
Right.
To be the liked big sister. You have that in families. If it normally happens like with cousins and stuff like that. If you can't get away with it with mum or dad or your sister or your brother, and then you ask someone else who is related to you, and you know that they'll go, yeah, go on. All right, yeah, but only a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what she's there to do to the son. But you can see her getting into that family, and she's kind of rejected by everyone around her, apart from Jade and the brother. Because when they first turn up to the first party, and you have the girl, I forget the girl, the girl running it, basically, I forget her name now. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, she walks in. She's like, "Oh, and you? Oh, okay, fine." You're like, okay. There's some bad blood there immediately, and so it is that acceptance of, I want to be part of this, and so she puts herself up for it. And yeah, there are a lot of issues just flying around.
It's also with Jade. I mean, Jade does use Mia right at the start. Again, Jade is supposed to go and pick up Riley, but it's Mia who goes and does it.
Yeah. So again, it's that whole selfishness, Gen Z apathy, connected to your phone. I've got other things to be getting on with, more important, because it's me sort of thing. I don't know. It's just interesting that. I've got to ask the question because we haven't asked on the other ones, and I always forget. Elton.
Yeah.
Roast potatoes. Where are we?
I would give it like a 1. I don't think there was much to be scared about in this, because I think the most scary things in this, I think, could have been the ghosts, and I don't think they played them for scares. They were more grotesque and well lit and a bit oozy and a bit pussy and a bit wet. But I think it was the scare was really, what the fuck is that hand all about? And that we really didn't dive into the history and what the hand is and how it works. And that, I think that might be something that might be evolved later on. But I want to say MacGuffin. I'm not too sure if it is a MacGuffin or not, but it's there to serve a purpose. And it's a fucking cool prop. I think it's a great looking prop.
Yeah.
And you can imagine people reproducing that and creating their own one and putting them around. And that is a thing that you will see in shops, like the Scream mask from now on.
Yeah.
I think you'll see these quite a lot because I think it's such a great prop, but it's not. There really is no weight to it. The actual story isn't about the thing. The story is about the journey that the people go on with the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of it's a conduit to the story of the characters rather than anything else.
I think it's very well done because it's kind of the design work is something. It's kind of, it looks a bit odd, but it doesn't scream, "I am an evil occult artifact." Whereas with a different prop designer, you would have ended up with something that just looked like, I'm not touching that. I'll fucking possess my soul.
Yeah.
Whereas this looks kind of like a bit of student artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact it's a ceramic and supposedly there's a dead hand in it,
Yeah.
but we never know if that's true or not.
No.
And
like
the
the
fact
way
is, it's all ambiguous, word of mouth, friend of
Yeah.
a friend sort of story of no one really knows the truth about it.
I like
Yeah.
that there's lots of writing all over it as well, as if like the words "talk to me" have changed over the years.
Yeah.
People have worked out their own way of communicating and written it down on the hand, as if I've got writing on my hand from work today, as if they're like, well, hang on, this works. I'll write this down, and then it's moved on. So there are many stories embedded in it.
It's almost like it reminded me of people, signatures on a cast.
That's exactly what I was about to say, actually. Yeah. That idea of sort of trying it out and saying I survived, so therefore I'm going to write my name all over it and just scribbling down. Yeah. I thought exactly the same. Did anyone have one particularly creepy bit apart from obviously the hand?
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone freak out at that thing in the corner of the bedroom?
No.
The old lady who ended up sucking on the boyfriend's toes?
Oh man, I needed a fucking shower after that bit. I tell you, that was just wire brushing Dettol. That was.
I've got to say, because it bothered the fuck out of me, because when I was much younger, I was like that kid in fucking Poltergeist who didn't like having dolls with eyes or something staring at you and shit like that. I hated that kind of crap. So my bedroom had to be prepped before I went to bed. And so anything that could be mistaken for a shape or a person or anything in bedroom, just no. It got demolished, it got moved, it got adjusted, it got changed in shape or somehow. So when they show that scene of Mia just looking around the house, looking around the room, I knew something was going to happen. But when that pile in the corner suddenly grew arms and started moving, I was like, "Oh fuck no! Thank you very much. Welcome to your personal childhood trauma, circa 1979. Get fucked movie. Get fucked right up the arse because I'm not having that. Thank you very much." I was just wondering if anybody else had that particular reaction.
I didn't have that reaction, but there is a money shot for me. No, don't go there, please.
Steady.
But there's a bit where Mia's on her first little trip, and the camera does something to her face, which kind of softens it, but squishes it around, and she's got the big black eyes. And her head is just tipping down, and her face just looks ever so slightly wrong. And it's as she's very first possessed, and it's in the trailer, but it looks so creepy. I think the makeup when they're actually getting possessed, I thought that was really good. You can see like the black in between everyone's teeth, and their eyes going a bit shot, and all the skin changes a little bit. I think that looks great.
Yeah. All the makeup around the mouth and the eyes to sort of indicate they've been choking for a long while or something. This is like, oh, good lord. What about you, Dal? Did anything particularly freaked you out, or are you into toe sucking?
Definitely not. Well, I say that. I mean, I sat there watching that bit, and I thought, is there anything I won't
wank
to? and cry.
And the answer is no.
And cry at the same time. I was both aroused and creeped out. But that's the way I like my Saturday nights.
Disgusted at my own behaviour, but unable to stop.
But I can't. Yeah, exactly. That once you pop, you just can't stop.
Right. That's put me off Pringles forever.
There you go. Yes. It's just the only thing that really quite disturbed me, I think, was just the fact that she gets shown where her brother is, or her stepbrother or whatever it is, whatever relation they were, like his spirit is here.
Mm.
And you come to the end of the film and you as it goes on, you realise that none of that's happened, because it's just the spirit tricking her into believing that that's what's going on, that this has all been a ruse just to try and keep that spirit within her world.
Yes.
That's it. Don't, just it's it's like a gaslighting effect.
Yeah.
That the ghost is doing, that's it. It's trying to separate her from the crowd, make her alone, because if she's alone, then less chance of her fighting back.
You could say she was alone in the dark. We don't just throw this podcast together, ladies and gentlemen.
Christian Slater, but bicycle kick.
Must return. Hold on the time to this. Your love's only due. 7 seconds away. Anyway. Sorry. Go on, now. You were going to say something.
I was, but it's kind of changing the subject. But I
go for it. Go for it.
I want to hear Jim's creepiest bit.
Yes.
I think it's when Mia's in the hospital and you see the shadow of her mother behind the other side of the glass.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was one of the scenes where I'm not expecting anything to happen, and it's just kind of one of those in the background. You're fucking hell. But it's also, that's the point, it's escalating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. A lot of that kind of soft focus stuff done in camera was so well done. I mean, when she's looking at her mum, or what claims to be her mum, for the first time, and you get that kind of out of focus view of her mum, square in shot, and it just slowly comes into focus, and you're just thinking, I don't want to see what this looks like in sharp focus. I really don't. Don't make me look at this. And it just wouldn't pull away. And it's just like, oh no, that's going to be horrible, isn't it? That's going to be horrible.
What I wanted to ask is, it is about the dad and the mum. And I didn't quite get what happened to the mum.
Right. Does anyone want to take this, or shall I?
You can go for it.
Okay.
You've got the wiki open.
No, I haven't actually. I'm currently keeping a stone cold eye on the fucking clean feed window, just in case one of my co-hosts disappears. Go on, Dow. You want to do it? Go on.
Well, yeah. I'm not sure what completely happened, but I do know that the ghost tries to convince is it Mia? Yeah, convince Mia that her dad was to blame for this, again separating her from the herd, making her a less effective defense against it, when it actually wasn't the case. I don't think it was something else that happened to, I can't remember what. Sorry, my apologies. But yeah, the ghost again lied to her.
Right.
But
so did her mother kill
see
herself then?
Yes.
Yeah.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know the reasons behind that?
No, we don't. But she was obviously suffering from depression or something, because she leaves this kind of...
There's a note her dad reads to her, basically, when he says, your mum committed suicide, basically.
Yeah, and she knew it would cause her family pain, but she wanted to make the family aware that it was actually something she wanted to do to be happy. So it kind of implies a sort of a manic depression or a massive depression episode.
Because I watched the film twice, and I don't know why. I remember seeing him call her in and read this thing, and it just didn't go in. Just didn't sit with me. I couldn't fathom it. So
yeah, well,
I don't know why though.
Yeah, but that's okay. Well, I don't know why, because that's quite a big old central
I
scene.
know,
but
and I don't know what, I just couldn't latch onto it.
Sometimes that happens.
Well, the thing is this: a mother committed suicide, and the father did have this note which he'd not ever shared with Mia. But when Mia sees the ghost of her mother, she's saying she died by accident. It wasn't suicide, and that's kind of
and trying to
your
create
father's
a division.
lying to you, you know.
Which is kind of basically playing on Mia's own paranoia about whether or not her dad's being straight and honest with her about the fate of her mum.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Because then you have the whole ghost dad thing, and I'm like, well, hang on a minute, where did that come from?
well, it's still in her mind, isn't it?
I get that, but I'm like, well, can we now just conjure up anyone in her mind?
Well,
I thought they had to be passed over for them to be there.
No, because that's the whole thing. She's being tormented by the spirits. So she's not. So what feels like she's out of body experience. So she's literally just watching like that hag suck on that guy's toes.
Mm-hmm.
When she comes to, and she's completely denying it, but when she comes to, that's exactly what she's doing.
I get that, but we can. The way I see it is that old hag that was sucking on the toes is a spirit that's already passed over. But then you have the representation of her dad there, who hasn't passed over. And that's where I get a bit confused as to,
well, the thing
you're
is,
just manipulating this for the shits and giggles.
Well, these are the bewildered dead and the angry dead, but then there's also something else that's a lot more powerful. Because it says, supposedly Mia's mum, when she died, she was scratched and broke her nails. But in the last scene, where she stood behind her, her nails are fine, except there's kind of just like the tip of a talon poking out of each one.
Yeah.
Suggesting that, you know, this has never been a mum. It's something that can just play act. And all the time it's manipulating her. It's taking the form of a mother because that's how it gets to her. And likewise, later on, it appears as like zombie dad to attack her.
Right. So, you know, when she has her first experience and she looks around the room and she looks at the kid and goes, he likes you. Is that the he she is referring about?
I'm guessing so. I mean, I'm not entirely sure because it plays its cards close to his chest there, and wisely so. But it is, especially watching the second time, they played her like a fiddle, or it played her like a fiddle, one in particular.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it played off her paranoia from the start, and so she was too far gone by the time he finally confesses, and the demon, whatever it is has now got to that point where it knows that if it suggests something over the truth that's in front of her, she won't, you know, she won't believe the truth. She'll believe whatever her dealer's telling her, whatever the drug's telling her.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why she was quite willing to sort of wander into the hospital with a pair of scissors to stab the kid, because, you know, demon mum said, "Oh no, you got to free him," even though like multiple times in the film they get told, you know, it wants the person to die so it can have them and keep the door open. You know, it's so it was all played all along, and that was kind of, I know I said I got irritated by it, but that was the bit that actually irritated me, because I was sitting there thinking, how far gone have you got to be to completely ignore every single line of dialogue that everyone else has said so far? Because that really was pretty fucking blatant by that point. It's like, they want you to kill him. That's the whole point. But I guess the whole thing was that she was so desperate for acceptance and so desperate for her mother to be back and so desperate not to be alone that the demon was playing on her weak mental state. So, it wasn't like she was acting like a reasonable human being by that point anyway.
It's also said that none of the law is set in stone. It is just what teenagers reckon. And when you're experiencing and you've got a spirit telling you something, and it's your mum, I can see why she'd put more weight to that than just what some guy on a bus says.
Yeah, that's true.
If you know what I mean, there's that kind of, again, it's that who do you trust, your parents or your mates?
Exactly. Okay, well, it's late. We are into the witching hour, which normally we finish recording by. So I'm gonna wrap it all up. Has anyone got any final thoughts on this film that they want to bring up?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okie dokie. Well, before we get to what's coming next, I know just to see if we can get around the people leaping to the end to get the caption. I'm going to drop the caption now. And the caption is, and I actually thought about this long and hard, so you can imagine the kind of powerful statement I'm about to make.
Powerful statement. I love it.
Yeah. The phrase for this week is Terry Wogan's wigwam.
Well, hello. Welcome to me wigwam.
Welcome to wigwam. I'm Terry Wogan. Wibble wobble.
Wibble wobble.
So there you go, Terry Wogan's wigwam. Put that in the Facebook group, and I shall acknowledge you as one of the party faithful.
Jimmy Young's Wendy House. Jimmy Young.
Ken Bruce's bicycle rack. But anyway,
you're gonna get all three of those now.
Yeah. Muad'Dib's wigwam. Metal Mickey's Terry Wogan. No, it is Terry Wogan's wigwam. Anyway, let's carry on. So before we get to Pimp's Corner, just know that Talk to Me is on Netflix over here. And if you want to send any feedback in, you can send it in via email to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. Or you can leave it on the Facebook group and we'll read it out. And that is facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast. So that's that. With that all done, Darren.
Yeah.
I've been assured that you've picked something, and I don't know why, but I've got the fear.
Yeah.
What is it that you have picked?
Right. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it is the equivalent of smacking yourself in the bollocks with a fucking cricket bat, right? And doing it willingly, you know? But it's the spirit of fairness, okay? It's the spirit of fairness because, well, I've only seen this film once, right?
God.
And with good reason.
Mm.
Okay? With very good reason.
Okay.
Now, this film is an adaptation of a book in name only. Okay? That's all I'm going to fucking say, right? Because that's it, right? It's one of those things where not only have they've missed the point completely of the original source material, they've bought the license so nobody else can make a film of this now.
If it's the Langoliers, I'm going to reach down this microphone and punch you right in the eye.
I know what it is.
No, this is because I love this book. I love this book. It's one of my favourite books.
Is it the tripods?
Yes, it is. Left, White Mountains.
No. Go on, then. What is it?
It is starring Brad Pitt in the title, in the titular role. I was going to say not titular role, sorry, or in the in a role. It is World War Z.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you in the arse. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Barnard. Fuck you.
Yep. Oh, trust me, there are so many fans of this book are all just listening. It's as if 1,000 voices cried out at once and said, fuck you, Barnard.
You know when you said it's going to be like smacking yourself in the bollocks?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be right round. I'll save you the effort. That's my gift to you.
Oh, man.
Fuck
You see,
you.
this is it. You see, I can then say to people, yeah, I gave this a fair go. Yeah, I gave this a fair go. I did. I gave it a fair go.
Darren,
Gave it. Yep.
thank you.
What,
Fuck you too, Elton.
do you actually like this film, then, Elvin? Are you a big fan of it?
I
In all seriousness, right? Okay, let's just separate. Let's just, because I take it you've never read the book.
I
Is that
have read
right?
the book.
Oh, you have read the book. Okay.
I have read the book because I read it for Shonky Lab when we did a compare and contrast on both.
Ah, right. Okay.
So yeah,
Lovely.
I have read the book.
Did you like the book?
I loved the book,
Same here.
especially the
Same.
Big Brother bit as well.
Yeah. That story alone is the one that fucking shows you, all right, that this book or this film is only linked to the actual original story in name.
Yeah.
And the fact that there are supposed zombies in this as well, and they can't even fucking get them right.
But
Yeah.
I can separate them, and I don't mind this movie actually. There we
That's
go.
fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Lee,
What?
talk to me.
What?
Passed out.
Well, do you know what, Elton? I want to thank you for shifting the target of anger from me quite squarely onto the target on your back now. So, cheers, mate.
Jim,
Merry Christmas, one and all.
good news, everyone. Jim, what did you think of World War Z? Have you seen it? Have you
I
read the
have
book?
actually seen it.
Yep,
I have no
there we go,
words.
folks. Good
I have
night.
no words. It was like those kind of. This isn't World War Z. You just remade the Will Smith "I Am Legend."
And
And that's
even,
bollocks as well.
yeah.
You've not only fucked up one book, you've now fucked up an unofficial remake of another fucking film that completely fucked up adapting a book as well. You've done the twofer.
It's not coming back.
In
for
one
a
film,
sequel.
you've managed to fuck up I Am Legend and World War Z. Well done.
God. Fuck off.
Lee, what do you think of it?
What do I think of what? What do I think of what? What do I think of World War Z, the book by Max Brooks? Oh, I love it. I thought it was a really well written, clever idea, well executed, smartly thought out, nicely done. Loved the whole Battle of Yonkers. I thought the idea of the zombies freezing as they went into the north, I thought that was all
Why
good.
don't we save this for next week?
Why ask me the fucking question then?
I just wanted to know if you like this film or not before we wrap up.
Well, all I know is that someone got themselves a cheap copy of Massive, which is the crowd simulation software, and decided that that was a thing to use a lot.
Yep.
This film. God. Fuck
Did they
off.
press the zombie button and render?
No, they just pressed the flock button and just put it on the fucking wall. It's not zombies, it's a cloud of fucking ants. It could have been anything. It could have been tires. It didn't have to be anything. The poster is literally just a pile of zombies on top of zombies on top of zombies jumping at a fucking helicopter. Someone put a cat in that poster and I think that's the funniest bit about it.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to go off and search for a Ryan George script meeting about this. I'm pretty sure he's done one, and I'm gonna sit and watch it and have a good old fucking laugh, because next week I'll just be crying. But yeah, I'm sure my dislike of this film won't have changed. But let's give it a fair old go.
Good choice.
Fuck off. Right.
No, Elton, this was not a good choice. This was not a good choice at all.
No, it's a good choice to come back and re-examine.
Yeah? What, you mean like an autopsy?
Yeah. Of a car crash.
Of a car crash, of a rolling Ford Focus drifting down wind smelling of fox shit. Yeah,
Yep.
Absolutely. Bang on.
This is the flaming Ford Focus.
Flaming fox shit Ford Focus.
Yes, the flaming Ford shit Ford Focus.
There you go. Right. Well, if anybody else has seen World War Z and would like to chuck their 2 penny worth in, then by all means go for it. You know the addresses. Where is this pile of fucking nonsense on? What thing? Maybe I can cancel my subscription before the end of the episode.
Let's see now. Yep, it's on Amazon.
Great.
Yeah.
So I've got the Blu-ray if you want to borrow that.
You fuck off. You absolute mound.
I will take that.
You clown car of a human being. What on earth are you doing?
Yeah, it's included with Prime. Amazon Crime. It's included with Crime.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Who the fuck gave it 4 3/4 stars out of 5?
Elton. He bought the fucking Blu-ray. He's the only person on earth who did. Now, let's just move on, shall we? Let's just move on. Just move on. I'm so very tired. All of a sudden. Right. Pimp's Corner. Jim, have you got anything to pimp?
Yes, I have. You can still check out my marvellous Halloween advent calendar, which basically is a small novel in 31 parts. And this week I'll have a new ghost story reading, Another Case for Mr. Flaxman Lowe, and there'll be another commentary club looking at the Young Ones episode, Sick.
Nice. What's this fish doing in my bed?
It's not in your bed, Mike.
Okay. What's this fish doing in my bed? What
fish?
Okay, I think I've got it. What's this? Has anyone got a tissue? Okie dokie. Excellent. That's all over at hypnagoria.com, yeah?
It is indeed.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. And Elton.
You can catch me talking about cars going round in circles with Andy P, as mentioned earlier on the Grand Prix podcast. And I'm also walking around the frozen landscape of the Great Bear Island on my long, dark trip, which is over on YouTube.
When you do speak to Andy P next, ask him if he's selling fudge.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will ask him that.
Because we need to know if it's really him or if it's his multiverse counterpart.
It's his multiverse counterpart. Yep.
Selling fudge in Bath.
The fabric between worlds is very thin in Bath.
So much so
thin, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're slipping fudge.
Yep.
Anyway. Right.
Oh, that's sliders, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sliders, sliding fudge.
Sliding fudge.
Multiple worlds, multiverse, and oh man.
Let's not go back there.
No.
Don't do that. Return. Pull back. Right, let's leave it there. I haven't got anything to promote other than this podcast, and I'm already regretting doing that, given what we're about to watch. So, Darren, have you got anything to promote other than your high-speed getaway car, which you're going to need once I hit send on this video?
No.
Right. Cool. Just stay there. I'll be right over.
I bet you will.
Right. So there you go. That's it. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
Thank you all for listening. And like I say, the caption, not quite at the end anymore. We've hidden it, so you can't just jump to the end. Ha ha ha. So go find the caption, go put it on the Facebook group. Otherwise, we will speak to you all next week, and we will see you for Brad Pitt, Pretty Boy, Massive Attack, CGI clusterfuckathon. Fuck off. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Bollocks.
Oh, bollocks to it.